This game is not suitable for children or the easily disturbed. It includes depictions of horror elements, human-animal violence, and death. Abuse, abusive relationships, disturbing images, loud noises, flashing images, lights, and more. Individuals suffering from anxiety, depression, or certain fears/phobias may not have a safe experience playing this game. Also, since there's flashing lights, watch out if you're epileptic or, have seizures. For full list of content/trigger warnings, go to the About section in the game's main menu. Well, I guess there's your warning. If you're sensitive to anything at all that was just listed there, now's your chance to leave. I'm okay with going on. I hope you guys are okay with going on, so let's go on. Hey there everybody, how you doing? I am Francis and welcome back to Halloween Week. Today we're going to be looking at a game called Do Not Take This Cat Home. Why would I not want to take this cat home though? Like, look at this cat. This cat is absolutely beautiful. Why would I not want to take it home? It's a cat. It's my best companion. Of course I'm going to take it home. What could go wrong, right? Well, seeing what type of game this is playing, I'm guessing everything. Everything could and will go wrong. Let's go do this. You're not having a great day as usual. Well, what a start. Well, of course I'm not having a great day. It's raining. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. I mean, at this point, I'll just turn around and go back home. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you've stayed home today. Or you should have stayed home. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? You turn to head home when... Yeah? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. I mean, people don't usually meow, but okay. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Missing persons? What the hell kind of neighborhood do I live in? Well, that and the weather. I mean, the weather would make more sense. But none of them react to the sound at all. Maybe they're not there. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground, dampened by the rain, makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Hi, cat. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley is a big cardboard box. Oh, the cat being in a box, that just makes you want to take it home more, you know? Hi! It is a cat! Huh, guess that should have been obvious. I mean, yeah, what other animal do you know meows? It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold along the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Hi? Why would I not want to take this guy home? It's so cute! And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you mind bowing down to a feline overlord. Well, I say that about cats, you know, when you adopt a cat, it's not you adopting the cat, it's the cat adopting you. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you. Well, again, it's a cat. Obviously. Yeah, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you. Maybe it's just too comfortable with this box, you know? Maybe this box is its home. As if waiting for you to make the next move. Alright, I know the title of the game is Do Not Take This Cat Home. But obviously, I'm taking the cat home. We're gonna see what goes wrong. I mean, it's out in the rain in a cardboard box. Why would I leave it here? You know what? Yeah, you're coming home with me. You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Yeah, You're all alone and well, I kinda in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat home. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses onto your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. There's nothing more satisfying than the sound of a cat purring. You think a little while will probably be more than a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Take it to the shower. I'm thinking more like adopt it, make it my own, you know? You stop by a small local pet store and buy some cat food. Then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. When you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Well, yeah, it's an adjustment, you know? Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tap on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up to your beckoning and rushes over. Usually with a can, it comes running the moment it hears the can open. Or at least, my cats did. It looks at the plate of food. And completely ignore it. It doesn't like it. I'm already off to a bad start. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. Yeah, and cats live in a world, you know, where money doesn't apply to them, you know. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread, toasted. Mayo and mustard spread. Turkey and cheese and lettuce, perfectly placed. Ugh, I hate mayonnaise. Ugh. Oh, hello? Ow? You wince as you cut your finger on a knife while slicing a— oh no! I was starting to think maybe the cat did something. I was like, oh no. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It's just an— You watch as the cat starts to— No! Oh my god! Oh no, it's licking the blood off the knife, oh. Lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood of the knife. I think this cat is a vampire. I no longer feel safe having it with me. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife had been completely licked clean. The cat sits back staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators and that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. No. Right? Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. All my efforts? I just bought some food and brought it home. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, this cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. Yeah, I got a vampire cat with me. While you're eating your sandwich. While you're cleaning up the kitchen. While trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting on the floor, untouched. Yeah, it wants my blood. Oh boy. Oh, come on, enough already! You shove it away a little more forcefully this time of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. Oh boy, what's the little guy doing now? At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Yeah, like I said, it's starting to seem like a vampire. Maybe a vet will have an idea of how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up the landline and black out. The lights just went out. Oh, cat, you cut out the power, didn't you? Oh no. Oh, cat, please. Please don't do this to me. Great, just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. No, I think it was the cat. We don't know what he was doing when it ran down the hall. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. Yeah, we can't take care of that problem now. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. Okay, well, at least we can see now. It's quiet. Too quiet. I had a feeling you were gonna say that! Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? It was the cat. It's the cat! You look outside. The sky's pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. What? Hi, cat. Oh, jeez. It's got like the eyes of an owl, and look at what's going on with the clock. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Thinking now you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. Yeah, this shouldn't be happening at all. And going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. I don't think it's a vampire anymore. I think it's literally a demon. It's a demon. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing. But its eyes. Its eyes are wide. This isn't normal. No! It looks like the clock is saying, like, help, but I know it's just time flickering. I think it's saying kill as well? Dead? Yeah, you can see words if you watch the clock. Well, we knew this was gonna be bad. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. I think now it's too late to do that. But, as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still. Even with the flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large. Oh, shit! Don't do that. Flashlight flickers. Oh, flashlight's off. I'm scared. What are you doing, cat? It's gone. Fear mainly grips your mind. The silence, punctured with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? Yeah. You don't know why such a question matters at this moment. It's unnatural. Of course it matters. And you feel as if having the answer will make sense of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock. You feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response. Like a predator preparing to pounce. But waiting. Waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Let's play. Right into your ear. right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. You have to get out. This house no longer belongs to you. It's a cat's home. You have to leave. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Oh boy, am I bleeding again? A sharp pain explodes to the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. Yep, my leg is bleeding. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if you had been kicked. Oh no, it's the knife! Winding from your fall, you look up at the gaze to see the object glinting in a strange light coming in from outside. The light pouring in from the now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what, in regards to your inexplicit open doors screeched to a halt. As your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at, it's your kitchen knife, and then tinted red from your earlier blunder. But that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulped dryly at the pain in your foot. Yeah, it was just used to cut your foot open. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on a cutting board on the kitchen where you left it. Yep, it was the bloody cat. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight. It bends down to the lap of the blood dripping from the blade. Yeah, there it goes again. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill in the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness of your tongue, spreading to your throat. The incomparable sight of a stray you've taken in, licking away your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot? Blood? Uh-oh. Golden eyes slide up to you as if response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emanating from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The house, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Oh boy, you're giving me quite a choice here. I'm going to save and probably check both options. I know whatever option I'm going to make is going to be the wrong option. I mean, I already made the wrong option bringing the cat home. Well, thinking about my best response would be keep running. Because something's behind me that's not the cat. I don't want to know what it is. My best course of action would be ignore the curiosity, just keep moving. Kick the cat and run. Huh? Interesting. How very, very Interesting. Ending 0. Wait, what? Okay, we're gonna go back into that then. We're gonna look behind us, okay? Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Okay, that's all I get when I take the cat home. Apparently this game has a lot of endings. I think I'm not supposed to take the cat home like the title says. Alright, well we're gonna jump into it and this time we're not gonna take the cat home. Oh, this is different! Hang on! Holy shit, I was just gonna skip through this and be back with you guys when we see the cat, but this is different because last time it was raining and it was terrible. You're walking. Right. Of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. Yeah, this is different. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibility of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thoughts that you almost miss it. Oh boy, it's the cat again. Huh, what was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down into between the tall buildings on the other side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground, softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley is a big cardboard box, and you and I both know what's inside of it. It's this cat! This little demonic bundle of joy. Yeah, I guess that should have been obvious. Oh, it opened its mouth this time. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. It didn't open its mouth last time when it meowed, did it? So... you look so... familiar. Well, yeah, we just took it home and had a bad time with it. Right? Okay, you don't have to get so aggressive. Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close the other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. What happens if I don't take it home? Cause we saw what happened last time. We're not taking you home this time. Sunny, as cute as this cat is, you never take this thing home with you. Yeah, not after last time. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. I don't think it likes that. You are. With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too, there's no way you could care for a cat long term. You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. It doesn't seem to like that. What to do? What's the question mark? You are not ready. Oh, I'm not ready for whatever that is. Okay. We're just gonna leave. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up on having someone look after it if you're not willing to commit? What if it attaches and somehow track you down back to your home? Sorry, see you around, I guess. You stand up, the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out of the alley when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. It's gonna make me take it, isn't it? I gotta stay true to this path I'm ignoring. Nope. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for the both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, You've forgotten that you still haven't decided on what you're going to do with your day off. Let's just watch a movie! It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of such a film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though. That's not exactly a fan of the crowds. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you than a noisy audience. Alright, go to the old theater. You eagerly buy your ticket from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. Is the cat gonna be here too? It's barren of any trace of other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s. Maybe even the 70s. But it's what you were counting on. You consider buying some popcorn, but can't help but be concerned that everything at the concession stand might be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater design on your ticket stub. As expected, the theater your movie will be playing is completely empty. Perfect! You pick a spot right in the middle, even counting the seats and taking into consideration the gap of the staircase. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. Before the screen flickers on, no commercials or trailers pop up. The movie just begins. That's weird. Please, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene. But just as you're getting into the premise, the doors open behind you, momentarily casting light into the room and ruining the atmosphere. It's a cat, isn't it? It's a goddamn cat. It's out for revenge for me leaving it. You hold in a frustrated sigh. It's a public establishment after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You try to refocus on the movie, but you sense the new presence slowly shifting around the theater before heading in your general direction. What? Oh, it's not the cat, it's a person. You gape in utter disbelief as the stranger shuffles down the aisle, only to sit right in front of you. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Although, we're the only people here. Can't I just take another seat? There's no one else here and plenty of places to sit. The stranger is also unusually tall. Again, you're the only people here. Get up and just move to a different seat. Even with the stadium-like arrangement of the seats being on a somewhat steep incline, they're completely blocking your view. Sit in the front row, and this would be impossible. Yeah, move to another spot. You don't want to risk escalating the situation further. This whole thing is already making you uneasy. Why would they choose to sit right in front of you? Surely they know you wouldn't be able to see past them. Shaking your head for a passive-aggressive scoff in the stranger's direction, you reluctantly pick another, less perfect seat in the theater. But, as you settle down, you see the stranger... Okay, yeah. Like I said, just sit at the front. He can't do this then. Only to once again sit down in a seat directly in front of you. You look around somewhat hopelessly as if waiting for someone to silently agree with you about the odd all this is. Or to at least inform you that it's all an elaborate prank. But there's no one else here with you. That's how you always liked it, but you can't help but think that maybe it would be nice to have someone else here if it meant not being alone with this weird jerk. We're gonna move again. Okay, yeah, this is getting annoying. You bristled, annoyed, and ill humiliated. Are they just trying to get a kick out of this or something? You wasted enough time with this jerk that you don't even know what's going on in the movie anymore. Alright, well, we're just gonna leave. I'm not gonna cause a scene. This is too weird. Feeling uncomfortable, you decide to leave the theater. There's still enough time left in the day to do something else. Now what? The new cinema? Don't know why, but you don't really feel great about the idea of being alone right now. Deciding to wait for the movie you've been anticipating to be available on DVD or streaming, you join the long line outside the new cinema. By the time you reach the ticket booth, you just want to get inside. So you pick a movie at random and take a ticket from the tired-looking teenager manning the booth. The decor is chic and sleek, and the inside is bustling with people. It's not what you're usually into, but it's kinda nice not being alone. Even if you feel a little lonely watching families and groups of friends laughing among themselves. You get some popcorn, but the lines at the concession stands are long and prices are criminal anyway. You go through the halls. You follow the signs to the theater designated on your ticket before heading inside. You sight the sight of absolutely crowded theater. You head towards the seat only to be told by the person next to you that it's being saved for someone. This happens a few more times before you finally manage to get yourself settled into a seat, annoyingly off-center to the screen. If not a little too close, so you grit your teeth and bear it. Well, we can see. Lights fade out, but the chatter doesn't. The rest of the audience seems content to talk through the commercials and even through the trailers. You figure the chatter will stop when the movie actually begins. Oh, I hate that. But it doesn't get even slightly quieter as the opening scene starts to play out. You say out loud, not thinking anyone would hear you anyway. This is why you avoid movie theaters like the plague. Okay, well, white screen. Hi! Suddenly the screen changes, showing the face of a black cat. That black cat! Familiar black cat. Confused murmurs fill the room, but then, the cat on the screen, it meows. Meow, meow, meow! The sound is strange and not at all like any cat should sound. Haunting. Almost melodic, and layered as if made of multiple voices of different creatures. Creatures that would probably never say. Yeah, I hear many creatures, many different creatures in that. You sit in confusion, wondering why you haven't gone up and left to complain to the cinema staff. But then you hear it. It's scattered and disoriented at first, but among the crowd, people start to chant along with the cat on the screen. No thank you! I don't want to be here no more! Soon the entire room is chanting in perfect unison. Everyone's staring intently at the cat on the screen. They're in a trance. This is like a cult. You're feeling strangely drawn to the screen yourself. But the compulsion to stare blankly like the others isn't that strong. For now. Also, you start to notice out of the corner of your eye that some of the people in your intimate vicinity are looking at you. Oh no! They're outright staring holes into you, even as they continue chanting. This is unsettling. I don't like this. I'm probably never going to go to another theater in my life. They don't miss a beat as they slowly begin to frown at you in disapproval. It's because I'm the only one not chanting. Because I disrespected the cat by not taking it with me. You see that cat? You're damned if you take it, you're damned if you don't. The skulls deepen as time goes on, as if they're getting impatient. I'm going to leave. This is too weird. I need to get out of here. Gathering your courage, or perhaps putting your fear to use, you stand up, fully intending to leave the theater. When everything comes to an abrupt stop, all the chanting stops, even the cat's chanting on the screen. You tense and risk a glance around the theater. Uh-oh. They're all staring at you. Yeah, just get out! Every single one of them. They're not moving. They're not even blinking. You swallow throat suddenly dry, even though a nervous sweat completely soaks through your clothes. You highly doubt that sitting back down will fix the solution. No, just get out. Just go. Just run. They're not stopping you. They're just looking at you. Your legs are shaking under the audience's unnaturally intense scrutiny. But you force yourself to step forward and forward and forward until you finally reach the end of the aisle. You feel their collective gaze even worse on the staircase. All their heads have turned uncomfortably to you to look directly at you. The screen eliminates their faces, making clear their blank skulls. They seem even more upset than they have been minutes ago. Identical frown lines digging between their brows. Yeah, just get out. You keep going, the heavy atmosphere becoming more and more oppressive with every step. You're so tense with anticipation that you fully expect someone to grab at you from behind. But no one does. Thank God, I don't want to be there. You don't hear any of them even get up. You exit the theater holding your breath as the doors close behind you. You briskly walk through the halls, putting as much distance as possible between you and a theater full of people. Why are you still in the building? Get out! Get out of the cinema! Finally reaching the lobby, you just barely manage to catch yourself from falling to the floor as you gulp in full gasp of air. You expect to feel relief as your breathing calms, but you feel a lingering sense of dread that only spikes once you finally notice it. As well as its source, you look up, and your stomach sinks. It's the cat? It's the cat? Hi, that's a lot of eyes watching me. All the people in the lobby area of the movie theater. Everyone in line at the concession stand. All of them are staring at you. And they look even angrier than the people in the theater. Yeah, just get out of the cinema! You don't hesitate this time. You duck your head, avoiding eye contact, and leave the cinema. Yeah, like I said, get out of there. The cinema is a lost cause. You ignore the glares of everyone in the ticket booths and the lines leading to them. Just get out and go home. You make your way home. Whenever you dare look up at someone on the way, you flinch at the blatant anger, fury, and disgust on their face. Okay, at this point, you just don't talk to people anymore. You think you start to hear the faint sounds of a cat meowing behind you, or maybe kittens. Doesn't matter, you just want to go home. You reach your front door and fumble for it with the keys, covering from the look of pure hatred on your neighbor's face as he stares at you from his door. Time for a life of solitude. Finally, you get inside your apartment. Lock all the locks on the door. You slide down with your back against it till you're sitting on the floor. You allow yourself a moment to breathe. Now home, your heartbeat calms and your fear suddenly bleeds from you, leaving you feeling strangely empty. I mean, you are empty now. You pass the kitchen, head to your room, and slip out of the covers of your bed, trying to fall asleep. Maybe it's all just a bad dream. As you fall into a fitful sleep, sure to be full of nightmares of glaring eyes. You try to ignore the ever-increasing sounds of cats meowing and yowling in the distance outside your apartment. Oh boy. The cat brought its friends! Ending number 17, The Black Sheep. Whoa, that got intense, okay. Alright guys, well I'm going to leave this here. That was 2 endings of Do Not Take This Cat Home. So basically, you take this cat home, you don't take this cat home, you're basically in a world of trouble. So, well, there you guys go. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me. Maybe there's more to the story if you keep continuing, because it seems like the second one was different from the first one, because the first one we were depressed in the rain, and the second one, it was a good day. It was a better day. But yeah, we ran into the same cat. It looked familiar. Maybe there's more if I keep going, but we've been recording for 40 minutes. If you guys want to see a part 2, let me know. Maybe I'll do it either way. Hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time for day number 4 of Halloween week. See you guys then. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a nice day. Bye, everybody.